How's it going? Today is 5th of October, Saturday, and we're going to be taking a look at the market, what kind of opportunities we can find. It's something that we were taking a look at previously, that would be European Union, and they have announced that there would be representative from Lithuania who will be looking at the defense and or security matters. We can briefly take a look at something I was reading a lot of yesterday. We can start by looking at some of those articles. I haven't read any of those articles. I have read different articles yesterday. I was trying to understand a little bit of background of this individual, as well as I was reading different articles and trying to understand his mindset and if he would understand what he's doing. That's the only thing what I was trying to understand. Perhaps there are a lot of people who, as of now, coaching this individual. Most likely this is what's really happening. So he's receiving a lot of coaching. That's my own understanding, right? But while this is happening in the background, there was a lot of articles that were published. We could take a look at some of those articles, not necessarily if there would be a lot of complaining going on, all those kind of things, not necessarily would be interested in reading any of those. We're going to be finalizing today's video while taking a look at some of those opportunities, right? That would be Europeans' new defense chief, a king without a kingdom. European Union has vowed to enhance its military capabilities, but money is scarce, so money is an issue. But potentially, some of those individuals, even we were taking a look at where people would say, well, let's take 5% from every government within Europe and spend it on technology. If you would do that, that just shows and proves the point that people do not know how money works and how to make money instead of spending just wasting money. So that's where money is scarce. Some of these individuals don't know what to do with the money. That's an issue, not the money is scarce. Responsibilities overlap, perhaps as of now. I would give about 3 months period where these individuals would receive enough coaching and mentorship. From those 3 months, perhaps the responsibilities would be defined. I believe he needs a lot of coaching and advisors. He needs to have very strong advisors and a lot of coaching. Everyone would. This individual just started, doing what he's supposed to be doing. So because the way how some of these articles will be structured, and that would be New York Times report, but either way. And the new job is less about soldiers and arms manufacturers. That's last part is correct. So there's a lot of businesses that are looking to sell their products and services, and potentially they're most likely going to be speaking with some of those members, right? And that's a different issue. I hope. Anyway, I wish no one would waste money. So that's the biggest problem. If they're going to be looking to waste money as of now, percentage-wise, a lot of that money has been wasted. So that's an issue. And the targets are within the next 6 years, perhaps waste less money, perhaps by 50% of all the sales to be, or manufacturing of arms to be within Europe, right? Within the next 6 years. So that's a real problem. Where and who would be manufacturing all these kind of things. So that's a real problem, but the way how this information will be presented is completely different, right? Briefly, right, that would be some of those articles potentially from UK that will be published. The new EU defense chief to fight political battles with military edge, and that will be Brussels. European Union has nominated first defense commissioner, but he will not have arms under his command, weapons at his disposal, and much money to spend. So that would be UK. It's a little bit more accurate, but either way. So for now, again, training, mentorship, training, and very strong advisors. This is what should be focused as of now. Where things are, assessing situation, and all this kind of things, right? But anyway, the job of Andris Kubilius, former Prime Minister of Lithuania, will to fight political battles rather than military campaigns. But the outcome of those battles may have military significance. Kubili's mission is to boost the country's arm industry by getting EU countries to spend more on European weapons and production jointly with other governments, by getting companies themselves to cooperate more across borders. So this is exactly this part captures what the problem is. Kinda. Yeah. Well, either way, so perhaps we can close on a high note. Most likely, there's a little bit more to it. Perhaps there would be a lot of people, as of now, for whatever reason, they have placed this individual in such a tricky situation. There's a lot of things going on, right? Something that happened some time ago, that would be United States, Germany foil Russian plan to kill a German armed boss. That would be something that will be reported potentially from German sources, but in English. So perhaps that would be important. We can take a look at some of the reports that was done by UK. It said that happened 3 months ago. So that would be my own interpretation of things and the way how things would be moving, right? So massive companies and arms manufacturers. So this is what's really happening. Massive companies and arms manufacturers, and potentially as of now, they have a lot of control of industry and where things are moving, right? Not individual that we were taking a look at. It's been pointed out, right? So the large companies, arms companies in Europe, potentially those companies making a lot of decisions as of now. I hope this individual that we were taking a look at, he would do a lot of research. He would have a lot of training, as well as at least 3 months to begin understanding what he would need to do within his role, right? From there, we can take a look at Russia tries to assassinate the CEO of German arms firm, sending weapons to Ukraine. Report says so. Potentially, that's just a target on some of those people there, right? Briefly, right, we can take a look at this article. I haven't read this article. Perhaps it will be a lot of information, or if that might be a lot of speculation. So it's the different things that's happening, right? But as of now, a lot of businesses, as I mentioned, in Europe would be leading in the arms manufacturing industries, including a company that we're going to be taking a look at, and CEOs potentially, not necessarily the Europe as a whole is centralized. As of now, all the control is decentralized, if that makes sense, right? And that would be some of the information that comes from US intelligence discovers Russian plan to assassinate the chief executive of a German arms manufacturer. Let's skip names. I think those companies are doing well without us and all others promoting those companies, which has been producing artillery shells and military vehicles for Ukraine. Some news articles based in the US, New York, responded on Thursday. The plot kill this individual, which is a very terrible thing. I hope no one would do anything to anybody, right? We're not promoting violence. Was one of the series of Russian government's plans to assassinate defense industry executive across Europe who were supporting Ukraine war efforts. Okay. So I don't know all the details, but basically that's not good. As well as some of those individuals potentially in government still need a lot of training, right? From there, we can take a look at some of those articles and some of those contracts, military contracts, and value of those contracts, right? Something that was announced yesterday that Lithuania buys additional NASAMS air defense systems. It's something that was published yesterday, so we can take a look at some of those systems. Previously, there might be different types of systems, not necessarily just one type of systems, since they might already have all of the defense systems. So we can take a look at this particular system. I don't know that much about this system, but I see the price, right? So that Lithuania has purchased additional SAMS medium-range air defense systems for 234 million euros. Defense Minister Laurynas Kasčiūnas said on Friday. So we can take a look at this article. I haven't read it, and we can delve a little bit deeper in trying to understand the entire battery and how these systems would operate, right? There would be some statements we can briefly take a look at. That would be a need for more defense systems, in particular perhaps to the central or to the east, but again, as well as there might be a lot of systems already operating into central to the west of Europe, right? This is the third NASAMS systems acquired by Lithuania. According to the minister, its delivery in Lithuania will start in the second quarter of 2028. I guess we can briefly take a look at this system and how it operates. I'm kind of interested in this side of things. But again, we're taking a look at price tags and how expensive some of those contracts can be, and who is making those kind of decisions to acquire these kind of systems. And if people understand how money works, we take a look at 227 million or so in some of the contracts can go way higher. That's what I'm saying. Potentially a problem that they're looking to address and solve with this particular system. We can briefly take a look at capabilities of this system. There might be increase of defense spending and other partners. So potentially that will lead increase of spending within Europe, right? After the NASAMS National Advanced Surface-to-Air Missile System is highly adaptable and mobile medium-range air defense system designed to protect against various airborne threats, including aircraft, drones, cruise missiles, developed in collaboration with Norway's Kongsberg Defense NO Aerospace NO Americans company Raytheon. NASAMS provide effective defense for both military and civil installations. But by the way, I don't know if any of this information is accurate. But perhaps if they're saying it's Norway, I'm not entirely sure if it's Norway. It might be Sweden, but either way, it would be perhaps more to Scandinavia. But I don't know if it's accurate. By the way, right? Here are some key features of NASAMS missiles used. It's a 120 RAM range. That would be 25 kilometers to 40 kilometers. Flexibility, it can be integrated into a large defense network and will operate autonomously as a part of coordinated defense systems. Mobile, the system is designed to highly mobile, allows rapid deployment and redeployment based on operational needs. Modular systems, NASAMS consists of multiple components including radar unit, command and control center, and launch, which can be configured to meet the specific need of requirements. To develop this kind of system, which perhaps is very expensive, right? But the price tag, everyone saw the price, how much it can cost, right? As well as into that perhaps would be entire size and all so-called battery, right? So there might be the way how it would function, right? NASAMS has been widely adopted in several countries, including United States, Norway, Lithuania, Spain, and others. And this is priced for its proven performance, specifically in securing high value assets like capitals and all military bases, right? Perhaps we can close on that. Perhaps there is a need as of now in the market when it comes to some of the systems. It's just a price tag, and perhaps not that many governments on their own can manufacture such a systems, right? So that's a different issue, and there is a lot of offers perhaps as of now on the table, right? And for as long as the EU governments are ready to pay, there is perhaps a lot of governments who are ready to sell. Let's close on that. Thanks for watching. See you next one.